Hello, it is March the, what date is it? 8th. Happy International Women's Day. It's far past by the time you're watching this. Today I am dyeing up the Chai Latte Crew mini skeins. We're still doing 60 because that is how many slots I have. I'm opening up 20 more April the 1st, so this is it's too late for you. I'm just going to give you a brief rundown. The Chai Latte Crew tier on Patreon gets you 1 extra video a week from me, but you also get 3, what's that, a leaf? 3 shipped mini skeins to you, whether you live domestically here in the UK or internationally. It's the same price for everyone because it should balance out. If it starts to, I've got a few more internationals than domestic at the minute, and if it starts to tilt that way more, I'm gonna have to do 2 separate tiers, but at the moment it's working. Yeah, they're one-off colorways. I don't write the colorways down, don't write the dye recipes down. Last month someone commented on my January video of them, because I've not posted February's yet, that's hopefully coming this week, saying that people should submit inspiration pictures, and I thought that's a great idea. So I created a chat in Patreon for the Chai Latte Crew exclusively and said, send your inspiration pictures here. If you hate this idea, let me know and I'll quietly delete it. And there's a bunch of beautiful inspo pics. So I said that the criteria this month, spring, so I'm going to pick a few. Alexandra's posted some absolutely beautiful ones. I'm not going to do pink because I've done pink the last 2 months, but I'm thinking these daffodils. Can I download this? I can. Save image. I'm going to do these daffodils, these crocuses, pretty, and let's pick one from someone else. I love this one. This one's so cute. I might have to save that for another time because I'm trying not to do pink this month. And then some of these are a bit too summery for the thought that I had, but I might do these lilacs. And I'm thinking April's vibe, which I should have dyed by the time this video goes out, will be more like Eastery. Daffodils, crocuses, lilacs. Oh, that's 2 purples though. Alexandra, I think you've smashed it with the inspo pics, so I'm just going to take 3 from the ones you posted. I might do this one, go with these vibes instead. It's got like snowdrops and it's basically green and white. So we've got yellow vibes, green vibes, purple vibes. Bish bash bosh. Right, let me pick some dyes out. So this is what we're going for. I got a bit of vanilla, it's vanilla cream, not vanilla custard, it's mislabeled. A bit of chamomile and dingo. I might get citrus as well, but I'm worried that that's a bit too vibrant of an orange for the what's it ones, daffodil ones. And then I've got some Dharma pistachio that I might use a bit of vanilla cream with, and maybe some chamomile as well. And then for purple vibes, was I going crocuses? Crocuses. So I'll need a bit of yellow in that as well. That will tie them all together. I don't know if I'll do dusk. We'll see. But I've got sorbet, I've got cyclamen, and yeah. I might do a bit of green, throw a bit of green in there, we'll see. But maybe I'll do a bit of sherbet in with the greens. We'll see. We'll see. We're playing it by ear. I had so much fun dyeing these minis. It's a very different way for me to go than I thought I was going to with March's minis. I thought I was going to be, I mean, I mentioned this a bit later, but I definitely thought I was going more pastel. But I loved the suggestion of having people submit inspiration pictures, because you find pictures that I wouldn't otherwise find, and it made me do something a bit different, try something new, put colours together that maybe I wouldn't have necessarily thought of, like purple and yellow. And I just really enjoyed this whole dye process, which is so good. And you know what, it just mixes it up a little bit, makes it a little bit different. And that is the purpose of the Patreon minis. It is to have me try different dye techniques, have me try different dye styles, try different colourways, sort of just get me back into the groove of yarn dyeing. Although saying that, as of time of recording this voiceover, which is the day that the video gets posted because I'm really organised, I have started dyeing advents for this year. I thought I was going to put a video out this week talking about what this year's advents are, and then it's just Easter threw off the whole week. Of course it has. So I haven't had the chance to film it, so I thought I'll edit this. Which, I mean, it would have been quicker for me to film a video talking about advents and then edited that and uploaded it. This has taken me all morning so far, but I've got a bunch of yarn on to soak, so I can dye advent minis this afternoon. I have not sold my advent calendars yet, which is why I need to do a video talking about advents, which is why it's also risky for me dyeing them up, because what if they don't sell? The perpetual fear is I'm dyeing them in advance and then them not selling. But because I sell mine a bit later, mine go on sale the 3rd of May at 4 p.m. UK time, and because I sell mine a bit later than everyone else, I just kind of wanted to get started. So I've ordered all the yarn, I've bought all the yarn. It was like over £4,500 worth of yarn. I haven't ordered the 100-gram skeins, that's just the mini skeins. And yeah, a bit stressful. little bit stressful. But I've dyed up 2 colorways so far. I'm going to do 2 more today. I had an absolute blast dyeing those first 2 because they're just very much my colours. So the whole advent is basically going to be my colours, but that is not technically what I'm meant to be chatting about here. But I don't want to be sort of being like, and then this is what I do, and then this is what I do when I'm voicing over these videos, because that's not interesting, is it, really? You can see what I'm doing. You can see that I'm speckling skeins with, I think, purple. The bottle looks pink, but I'm pretty sure it's purple. Could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Landscape Dyes in Sorbet. There's a sherbet which is, I think, green, and the sorbet's purple. If it's the other way around, then it's obviously the purple one. But yes, I watched Helen of Gideon's podcast a few weeks ago, or was it the last one? I can't remember. I'm thrown off because this video was filmed a month ago, and she gets the Patreon minis and she showed them on her podcast, and she said that it makes her think of spring flowers, and I was like, oh, you know what, that's exactly what they're meant to be. Yes, it's so validating, I guess is the word, when someone is like, this looks like this, you're like, yes, that was what it's meant to look like. Perfect. I've managed to take what I wanted in my head and put it on yarn, especially when it's another yarn dyer doing it. It's so, yeah, validating is the word I'm going to use, because Helen is such a talented dyer. She dyes such beautiful yarn. So for her to like mine, I don't know. It's a nice feeling. Let's just say that. But yeah, her being like, oh, looks like spring flowers. Good. I always get, every single time I wear this jumper, I always get questions from people asking me what it is. I do have the yarn band somewhere. We're going for a walk across the living room because I think it might be down here. I can't tell you what the pattern is because I may have lost the yarn band. It's not where I thought it was. I think I tidied it up. I can't tell you what the pattern is because it's a combination of 2 patterns. My mum knit it for me, and she found the pattern for like the base of the jumper and then wanted to put a cable down it, so I found a cable from a different pattern and put it down the front. So I can't actually tell you what pattern it is. It, I believe, is a Stylecraft yarn. Batiste, is it? I'll find the yarn band. I will. I don't think I've thrown it out unless Mario threw it out, which, potential. It's probably in a drawer somewhere. I just don't want to be opening drawers whilst I'm recording a voiceover. But yes, I always get questions every time I wear this jumper. What is it? Blah, blah, blah. That's what it is. My mum knit it for me. It's very comfy. I wear it a lot. So, yes. Yes, it's a good one. So like you see, I'm dyeing yarn slightly differently here to how I did before. Before, I just put the bare yarn in the tray and then added the citric acid and then added the dye. In this one, I put sort of a base colour of dye in, dyed the whole mini skein, added the citric acid. Now I'm twisting them in the tray, and then if I speckle when they're twisted in the tray, it's not just sort of one mini skein gets all of the speckles and another one gets none. Hopefully it should be a bit more dispersed, and it seems to work out that way. Although even saying that, even when I dye 100-gram skeins, I twist them in the tray to speckle, just so you don't get huge clumps of speckling, which is how I used to dye yarn. My yarn used to pool quite a lot. I can look back now and acknowledge that. But I'm trying to dye yarn so it doesn't pool as much. I don't know. I don't know if I'm pulling it off. It's all self-taught. I've never done a class. I haven't had anyone show me how to do this. This is all self-taught. I taught myself how to dye yarn in all fairness, I said I've never had anyone show me what to do. I've just learnt from YouTube videos. But for the most part, I am very self-taught. And I think that is partly where some of the imposter syndrome comes from. Not that I think that everyone needs to be shown something in order to be good at something, because obviously that is not the case with a lot of people worldwide. But yeah, other people are far more knowledgeable about yarn bases, what yarn bases are good for this, what yarn bases are good for that, and stuff. And that, yeah, it's just not where my knowledge lies. I need to look into it. I don't know, these are just things that I have acknowledged within myself I need to learn a bit more about. And yeah, and like I say, a lot of the things that I have learnt whilst dyeing yarn have purely been through experiments. It's what would happen if I did that, like what would happen if I speckled the yarn and then put dye on it, what would happen. And yeah, that's a really fun one to do. I might do that today. We shall see. Oh my goodness, there's so many possibilities. And yeah, that's why I really like doing these minis. They're one of colorways, and it's just giving me a chance to try different techniques, different methods. Oh, what happens if I do this? What happens if I do that? This is another way of me doing it is I've put the dye in and then I've twisted the yarn before I've put it in. That way all of the minis only get some of the dye on instead of all the dye on. I learnt this technique from watching Brandy of Long Dog Yarn's reels. Was that? It was her, but I'm trying to think if it was reels. It must be reels. And that, like I say, this is how I learn. I learn by seeing what other people do, and then I try it for myself. I was going to say copy. I'll say it. I'll copy them. Not the colourway specifically, but techniques. I try it for myself. I see if I like it. If I don't like it, then I won't do it again. And I will say that whilst I do like doing this technique for mini skeins, I've tried to do it on other bases, and it just doesn't, I don't know, I can't seem to make it work as consistently as she can, because all of these minis are my BFL base. BFL, I have found, BFL sucks up dye much slower, whereas some of my merino bases suck up yarn much faster. So if I were to do this with a tray of sparkle sock, I think the first 2 skeins I put in there will just suck all the dye up, and then there wouldn't be enough left for the other 2, which is not ideal when you want 4 skeins of the same colour. So I'm not quite sure how you avoid that. I don't know. There must be a method. If anyone does know, let me know. I've said no too many times. But yeah, I just like to see. That's why I like showing how I dye yarn, because I'm sure there are other people, not that I think I'm, well, whatever. I think there must be other people out there who watch the videos and say, oh, I've not tried that technique before, maybe I'll try that. Oh, I've not done that way before, maybe I'll try that. Oh, I haven't thought of doing that before, maybe I'll try that. And yeah, I think a lot of small businesses, maybe that's not fair. I think some small businesses, they ruin it for the majority, but I think some small businesses are so hell-bent on keeping their techniques, methods, dyes, everything a secret. And I understand that, because they don't want people copying them, they don't want people stealing their business, and blah, 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 blah. I get it. I understand. However, I do think it's very sad that, I don't know, I just think that knowledge like this can be shared and everyone can, I don't know, gain advantage from it. It's not the phrase I wanted. They can all learn from it. They can all, and then community over competition, I think is the point I'm making. I've had people ask me where I get things from. I have had people ask me what dyes I use, bases I use, where I buy stuff from. I need to do a video about my oven, actually, because I've had a few people ask me recently about my oven, so I need to do one of them. And yeah, I don't know. I just don't think me not telling people I don't think it's benefiting me in any way. I would much rather tell people and help people than just like, no, work it out for yourself. But maybe that's just, I don't know, maybe that's just me. I don't know. I'm sure there are more people than I realise who would be willing and open to share information like that, but I haven't really asked many people, so that's on me. That is fully on me. Anyway, I'm just waffling now because I realised that this dye scene is 13 minutes long, and I thought I can't do 13 minutes of music because that's it's not that fun to watch, is it? No. That was fun because I'm here. Hello. That was very different to the vibe that I was going to go. I was going to end up going much more sort of pastel colours, like in my head initially, but maybe that'll be next month with Easter. Not to say that these are bright, vibrant colours, because they're very much not. It's just very different, which is why I like dyeing based off inspiration pictures. Yeah, it encourages me to try different colour combinations, push the boat out a little bit, and just have fun and play, which is what we like. So they're cooking. They'll be cooking for the next 2 hours, and then I'll rinse them out tomorrow. Hello, another day of twisting ahead of me. I'm hoping to get all of these twisted. What time is it? I might not. I'm hoping to get all of these twisted and bagged today. Fingers crossed. That would be great if I could do that. Hello. It's now significantly later in the day because I spent some time with my family and my in-laws came round, so we hung out with them for a bit. Everyone's now in bed. It's 7:20. Maria has a very early market tomorrow and the tiny one, it's her bedtime. So I am going to grab my bags. I need to order some more of these for next month. I don't know why I'm telling you to remind me because this video won't be going out before I've done next month. If I'm adding 20 more people on, I need to order more of these. Hopefully 20 more people want to sign up, but I guess we'll just wait and see. I'm going to bag these up and then maybe call it there. But I do need to print some more stickers, so I'll probably do that first. But yeah, I felt a bit ropey all day today. I've had a bit of a temperature and a bit of like a sore throat. My daughter's got a cold and I've caught it because it's difficult to not catch it when a baby like sneezes on you while you're breastfeeding her. It's impossible not to catch things. So it's going to be a really fun time. Okay, we have a non-issue. Someone has cancelled their Patreon and someone else has joined and there's a bit of an overlap. So even though I've capped it at 59 people, 60 people have signed up for March. And I can't work out who it is. So I've dyed up, luckily, I've dyed up 60 mini skeins. But it does mean I don't get to keep one for myself. So the blanket that I'm going to be making for myself is not going to have March. And I can't work it out how it's happened, and I'm a little bit sad about it because I was excited to have like a collection and like lay them all out and have them all, make a jelly roll blanket for the full year, show it all off, blah blah blah. No, we're not going to have March this year, but that's okay, that's fine. These things happen, thank goodness. I had dyed that, but thank goodness I've capped it at 59 and not at 60, because it's just me that's going without. I'm not having to refund someone because that would be the worst. So yeah, bit annoying, but I've paid for everyone's postage, so I'm going to start printing out those address labels and get packing, I guess. This needs to go over here. I'm going to make a chicken at some point, but I need some red and some yellow, and I don't want to buy a whole ball of red and yellow, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. So that's that. We're still going, we're still packaging. I won't lie, it's a right faff. Oh, that's the wrong one. It's a right faff. I have accidentally using the wrong column. So I'll try not to make that mistake again, because I'm having to double check everyone's names. Because in the UK, I don't think it would be a problem if I were to ship it and it not have the person's name on. But I know in Europe, mainland Europe, we are in Europe, we're not mainland Europe, we're like a different breed of Europe. It would not be okay if the person's name, surname specifically, is not on the parcel. It would not get delivered to them. So, and annoyingly, my phone's run out of battery, so I will have to go on the Chromebook to yeah, get it. I might knit the tiny girl a stripy jumper. I've got a bunch of yarn that coordinates. My only issue is knowing how many stripes to do, but I can work it out. Just had a little tea break and snuggle break. The baby woke up, so I gave her a little feed. She wasn't really into it, that's fine. And then Mario made me a tea and gave me a Biscoff craffin that they'd made at the bakery. It was delicious. My feedback was, needs more Biscoff. That's my feedback. It was tasty, needs more Biscoff. Anyway, the rains are here. I'm just going to keep packaging. I'm what, 20 down? Oh, still got so many to go, and here's me adding another 20. It'll be worth it though. It will be worth it though, especially if they all sell. Because then that's me ticking my goal of, I want the money that I want to pay myself, I want to be covered by Patreon. The money that I currently pay myself, I want Patreon to be able to cover that. And if I fulfill those extra 20, then we're there. But we're going to be paying for the tiny one to go into nursery 3 days a week from September, and our mortgage is going, we need to remortgage in November. So that's going to be quite expensive because we got a very good rate, and yes, that rate is going to soar. Sorry, Mario interrupted me to ask a question about Easter biscuits, because he's making Easter biscuits, and it's not something he'd ever heard of before. He's test running them for the bakery. Yes, we've got my grandma's recipe that's written out on a scrap of paper, so he was just asking about that. Anyway, the point that I was making was, I need to start paying myself more, yes, which means I need to start earning more, and yeah, the problem with paying myself more means then more taxes, and the cost of yarn has just gone up, so I need to, yes, it's a really fun time being a business owner full time. And the problem is that people have an issue when you start talking finances, because it's a very taboo subject and whatnot. But I've paid myself the same amount for a very long time, even through minimum wage going up, cost of living going up and everything. I need to start paying myself a little bit more. Although saying that, I haven't paid myself the same for a really long time, because I did pay myself a little bit more for a couple of years when Mario started his business and was earning nothing at all. And so, as in profits, he had no profits. Everything that came in went out, which meant I was the person paying all the bills and stuff. That was a stressful couple of years. That was when I was working a lot. 2020, basically 22, 23. I called it off a bit in the summer of 2021. Then I called it off a bit in 2024 because I got quite pregnant. But this isn't me saying that I'm like struggling or hard up or anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not like, oh, pity me, because that's not the vibe I'm trying to get across. It's just fact. I need to start paying myself more. So if Patreon can cover what I currently pay myself, and then anything I need to start paying myself more that can come from the business, that'll be good, because then we've got at least the consistent income from Patreon, and then yes. Anyway, hey folks, it is 4 o'clock. It is raining quite a lot. I have 20 mini skein packs left to pack, but I am going to go downstairs and hang out with Mario and the tiny one. They're both going to bed early again tonight. Well, I mean, the tiny one's going to bed the time she always goes to bed, which is around 7. But Mario's been up since 12:30. So he, as in midnight. So he is also probably going to, is it hailing? No, it's just rain. He's probably also going to go to bed pretty early. It gets very warm up here. But yeah, I'm going to try and bash out those last 20. Turn this printer off. Bash out those last 20 tonight when everyone's gone to bed and I'm just hanging out. And then, yeah. My red eyes have improved today. I don't know what. I think I'm allergic to something. I just can't work out what it is. Anyway, so we've got 40 packed, 20 to go. Not too much more. And yeah, hopefully I'll just be able to bash through them. It takes about 2.5 minutes to pack each order. Now I've timed it, which is good. Hello, it is now 9:15 and I have just finished packing the last pack of minis. So they're all done, perfect, ready for me to take to the post office on Monday, because tomorrow is Sunday. Post office not open on Sunday, is it? No. So yes, I did want to get that done today because I want to photograph a bunch of yarn tomorrow, because I'm having a shop update at some point and Mario's working a lot this week. You know what, I haven't timed it well, but unfortunately it's just, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. So I'm doing what I'm doing. Yes, I guess I'll see you in a bit. I'm tired. The tiny one took a while to go to sleep tonight and I'm a little concerned that it might mean she wakes up a lot tonight. And Mario's at work very early tomorrow. Not very early. Not as early as last night. He got up at 12:30 last night. And I think he's up at 3 tomorrow, which is, in our house, is a lie-in for him, not for me. What am I doing with my life? I'm going to the post office now, just so you know. I'm filming this on a different camera because my other camera's downstairs. I don't know what the audio is like. Trying something a little bit different with this video. I bought a new camera that sticks onto metal things. So that is why you had some shots of me walking into town. Let me know what you think. I did it in a Patreon video as well. This was the first time I did it in this video, but I did it in a Patreon video as well. And it was fun. I think it's fun showing different, I don't know, me and out and about and I'm trying to up my YouTube game, soz. Anyway, this video is long enough. You don't need me waffling anymore. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this video and would like to subscribe, that would be delightful. Feel free to check out my Patreon if you want to. There are a few slots open. No pressure if you don't want to, but there's a few slots open if you do want to get May's mini skeins. And yeah, feel free to subscribe. I post a new video here every single Friday. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, links can all be found in the description box below, along with anything else that I think you might need. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. You are a fabulous person, and I will see you very soon in next week's video. Yeah, I guess that's when. Bye.